Hello and thanks for joining us. Today I'll be demonstrating the new analytics features introduced in XLCubed version 7.5. These are accessible both from web browsers and our mobile apps. We're calling these reports analytics books, and they're different to our traditional Excel reports in a few ways. Books created in Excel can be arranged very flexibly and are often highly formatted. This means the report can look just how you want, but it takes time and care to create the best reports. Analytics books don't replace these. By contrast, they fit into predefined layouts and they're easy to create. You can simply drag and drop a few elements and you can immediately explore your data. You can create new reports and save them to a repository, all without using Excel. Let's create a simple example. Here in the browser, there's a new icon that allows us to create a new report. We'll pick an existing connection and we're prompted for the name and type of sheet we'd like. For now, I'm just going to create a simple grid to demonstrate the interface. Now we can see the report designer, which is always accessible. I can see the dimensions in my cube, and here are the areas I can move them to create my grid. I'm going to put geography onto the rows, and dates onto columns, and measures and products onto the headers. So I have my initial grid. From here I can click to drill in either direction, and I can navigate down into the members of my hierarchy. I also have a back button, and I can use this to undo any changes I've made. If I want to change which members are displayed, I have a couple of options. Firstly, I can pick the dimension in the designer. This switches me to the members view, and I can navigate the tree and pick the elements I want. I'm using the control button here to do multi-select. If I want to view the report from a given level, I can right-click a member to bring up a menu and select the descendants of that member, which adds a new item to the tree, and I can select that to show the group of members. I can also do this in the header dimension. In this case, the members I pick are automatically converted into a drop-down, and I can use this to slice my data. Finally, I can select a few cells and choose to keep only those members to cut down the report to only the rows I want to see. I'll undo that, and next we'll look at some sorting. As you can see, I get a small arrow that lets me sort the columns, and I can switch which one I'm sorting by. And another thing I do is easily produce a top 10 report. If I go to rank, I can quickly show a top 10. For the last part of the demo, I'll just show you something that looks slightly more interesting. This time we'll create a report with a chart on it. I'll go to the new sheet icon, type in the name and pick a grid and chart. As you can see, the design is just the same as we saw in the last screen, so I can do all the things that I've just done with the grid. I'll rearrange the report to look how I had it before, and as you can see, when I drill the grid, the chart updates in sync. I can go into a lower level of this chart by switching to the date dimension, and I'll pick the months of 2003 to chart. Now I can click on a bar on the chart and highlight it, and as you can see, the grid highlights as well. This allows me to see the number I've picked, and it works the other way around too. So if I pick all the cells in a column, I can see where they're highlighted on the chart. I can right click on the chart to change the chart type, so I'm going to turn this into a line chart, and if I want to, I can pick one of the series to highlight the data and the chart. So that's my simple report made, and if I want to, I can save this to the web repository so that I can come back to it, and other users could come in and view it too. Okay, that's all for now, and if you haven't had enough, I'll be back in the next video to show you some of the other sheet types which have some different visualizations in them.